Hey Panthers, I'm Rhonda Greenway, and I'm running for Student Body President.
And I'm Adam Beaves, and I'm running for Student Body Vice President.
And we wanted to just take a moment to respond to Liz. She was really great. She videoed in a lot of questions about the platforms for each candidate. We'll start with the first question she has is about the 24-hour study option that we propose in our platform. Her question regards to students that might be employed in the DOR or in the union during these study hours and how that would detract from their studying ability. In answer to that, Adam and I believe that the 24-hour study option doesn't have to necessarily happen in the union. We know that currently there are certain areas on campus that are 24 hours and they're open to on-campus residents. We think that's great and definitely beneficial for on-campus students, but there needs to be an option for off-campus students also during finals week. So we would be fully in support of a potential option in, say, the Redeker Center or in Union or in the Tower Center. It doesn't necessarily have to be in Mocker and doesn't have to be necessarily staffed by students, but it would just require someone to be in attendant at all times during that 24-hour period, just as if you would have any other place in any other computer lab. We feel that there's a strong need for it. I personally have had friends that have had to go to Hy-Vee to prep for papers and whatnot. Not that we condone putting your stuff off to the last minute.
Not at all.
But it happens.
It happens. Location for studying should not be a concern finals week. So, and also that student attendant, if that was a student, it's just that it's an attendant, and they could also get some studying done while they're working too. So sure. That's always a possibility.
And in talking to individuals we know that have been attendants in dorms and in different centers across campus, they've never felt that their education or their ability to study has been compromised at all. In fact, they say they're more productive during sessions like that because they're forced to sit at a computer the whole time and maintain a facility. It allows them to actually be productive and not sit on Facebook the whole time.
There you go. Next, we kind of wanted to talk about the increased cell phone coverage in the union. This has actually been something that the Mocker Union has been working on for a while now. I'm a member of the Mocker Union Advisory Board, and yeah, they've been wanting to increase cell phone coverage for quite a while, not only in the union, but across campus. And you mentioned something about how this would take a lot of talking to different carriers. There are actually services that provide just blanket boosted cell phone coverage, and you don't have, it's not on an individual carrier basis, is my understanding. So this is something that the Mocker Union is already kind of working on. We just want to see that come through, and that's something that Rhonda and I are going to keep pushing for until we see it done. So we think that's something that's really important and something that's definitely achievable. So, and it benefits all students, which is awesome.
I know, who hasn't dropped a call in the union? It's not my favorite thing. The next question we got was about sunny days and how that would work and how we would compare and contrast it and make it more positive than, say, some of the issues that Visha gets flagged for. And I think that a lot of it's going to come down to the individuals running it. I think at its inception, the more positive it is, the best it is. Visha has had, to talk directly about Visha, it's had years that's obviously not a negative or a positive activity, that it's gotten a lot of flack in newspapers, but we believe that at the inception we need to make sure it's a positive, non-alcohol influenced activity, that it's definitely focused on reaching out to alumni, reaching out to students, and getting all the student organizations on campus really involved and making it the most positive experience possible.
Absolutely. This can be something that can really bring you and I together as a community. And that's something that Rhonda and I have talked a lot about with the student groups that we've been meeting with, is just the strong sense of community that we really feel you and I has, that we felt personally around this campus. And this is just to kind of highlight that and to celebrate that community and really kind of elaborate on that. So we think that this can be a really positive, safe, fun event for all students of UNI and really celebrate what it means to be a Panther. So that's what we hope with this event, and under the right leadership, we think that we can make that happen. So.
The next question, it was a comment. She really likes the diversity aspects of our platform. We're really excited too. We've been talking to specific groups on campus, and it's in particular something that they feel really strongly about, and working with the CME and as well as different organizations to promote diversity initiatives.
Yay.
Then her last discussion is about the director of volunteerism. Adam and I are very excited about director volunteerism as a position. We think that the work with Volunteer Tuesdays that the Student Leadership Center has been doing almost a year now. It's absolutely phenomenal, and we're really excited to reach out and expand that program. I unfortunately have not been able to contribute to the Student Leadership Center's Volunteer Tuesdays, as I have about 1 million meetings that happened on Tuesday, and it's probably one of the worst parts of my year that I haven't gotten to be involved with that. But we recognize that Cedar Valley is ranked 3rd or 4th in the country for volunteerism, and we think that this is something that UNI is largely responsible for. And because of that, we should take an even more progressive stance to make ourselves, first in the nation, because who doesn't want to be first?
Absolutely.
And that would allow for outreach to other organizations, as you suggested, and allow for a more dynamic collaboration between the Student Leadership Center and NISG. It would also work with Greek Affairs and help them outreach with their philanthropy and other ministries on campus, be them secular or non-secular.